Hey guys, NielVTEC here, and today I'll be showing you how to replace your alternator in your Toyota Yaris. So, how do you know if you need to replace your alternator? Well, there could be a lot of symptoms, such as a whining noise towards your alternator, which was making for like 2 hours before the car just died out of nowhere. But how do you know if it's your alternator or another problem, such as your battery? Because if your battery is dead, if your battery is not functioning the way it should be, well, your car's also gonna die. So, the safest way to do this is basically just get your battery charged. That's the first option. Or bring your battery in a shop so they can test it out for free. And in my case, someone boosted my car and the car started. And after like 30 seconds of the car running, it just died out of nowhere. And that's how I knew the alternator was the problem. Also, when I tried to start the car, it was making noise, and I'm gonna play the clip right now. So if your car is also making the same noise, most likely it's the same problem, which is the alternator. So yeah, it's pretty simple to do on the Toyota Yaris, especially if you don't have a AC compressor, because yeah, it just makes your job a lot easier, but not that easy here. Yeah, another thing, your car could also not start because of the wires, so make sure you check them out if they're not corroded or whatnot. So yeah. Also, I highly recommend to change your serpentine belt, because while you're at it and you're basically doing the same job, why not tackle two jobs at the same time? Replace both of them and you should be good for, I don't know, like for a long time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So the tools you'll need is basically just a 10, 12, and a 14mm bolt. So yeah, like I said, it's a pretty simple job. You don't need anything else. Well, a ratchet, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get this started. Okay. So the first thing you'll need to do is disconnect your negative wire. But in my case, I removed the entire battery because I'm charging it right now. And I started cleaning the entire space area, so I recommend doing the same thing. But to keep it simple, you just need to remove the ground wire. So the first thing you'll need to do is take off this cover right here. So basically, you're just going to disconnect all the wires. Just like that. So get your 10mm bolt, unbolt this one right here. It'll also be a good idea to clean all this connection right here, so you won't have any connection problem once you put everything back. Okay, so you want to remove this thing. There's many ways you can remove this. You can either use a scissor, or like me, I'm just gonna move this around until I loosen it. So don't be surprised if something breaks, because these things are very old, and as you can see, this metal right here is very rusty. So yeah, just prepare for that. So the next thing we're gonna do is loosen this bolt right here, which is gonna be a 12mm bolt. Okay, so before you loosen this bolt all the way, we're gonna loosen the bolt underneath first, so you're not gonna have any issues. So take your 14mm bolt, and if you have a flex head adapter, it's gonna make your job a lot easier. Also, before you can remove this bolt right here, if you have an AC, there's gonna be a bracket right here that you'll need to remove. If not, this bolt right here is not gonna be able to like go out all the way, which is why you'll need to remove that. So the first bolt we're going to remove is going to be this bolt right here underneath. So this bolt right here can hang on the alternator. Then we're going to remove the belt and remove the bolt, and the alternator should be able to come out easily. Fingers crossed. Just have the belt right here. There we go. The best thing to do before you put back your new alternator is to make sure that they're actually the same alternators. Okay, so if we look here, there's this brackets right here where the long bolt goes. There's this two right there, right? There's a new bolt here, so we don't have to reuse the old rusty one. If we look in the back, same thing, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So yeah, the only thing that's missing here, it's gonna be this one, but we don't really need it. And like I said, this is already way rusty, so we're not gonna reuse the same thing for no reason at all. So what I recommend doing now is just cleaning up all the wires, so just make sure your connections are perfect. And yeah, after that we'll just put back the new alternator, which is basically the same opposite way we did it. And yeah, I'll still show you guys just in case any of you guys need the proper walkthrough to put back your alternator. So yeah. Let's try not to break our new alternator. If you have the Threadlocker, it's not a bad idea to put some on these bolts because they're closer to the engine, so they're gonna rattle more. So just prevent them from like loosening it up over time. Ready to go in. Okay. Not too tight. Okay, let's try not to break it this time. That's it. Okay. Now we have to. So yeah, welcome back after a couple of weeks. And I don't know if you're able to tell in the video, but the car wasn't running perfectly. It was running around 500 RPM, so like it's causing the engine to like vibrate a lot and the car not to run perfectly. I thought I did something wrong, so I rechecked all my work, but yeah, after a couple of days driving the car, it's gonna go back to normal because the CPU of the car needs to like relearn the entire new alternator. So yeah, for most of you guys, you're gonna experience the same thing. Basically just drive the car for a couple of days and it should go back normally. So yeah, if not, then you're lucky enough to like not have this issue, but it's not an issue. It's just, like I said, it's the ECU learning the new alternator. So yeah, I'll give you guys a couple of techniques or tips. So when you're handling the bolt right here, make sure you use a small wrench so you have less chance of snapping the head of the bolt. You want to make sure you avoid that headache and a couple of $100 and wasted time. So yeah, so if you want to make sure that the bolt is tight enough, I would recommend to add an aligned marker just like this. So if it's not aligned anymore, that means your bolt's not tight enough. So yeah, and if you don't do the same thing as I did here, well, in my case too, that it wasn't tight enough, then the alternator is gonna go back, which will cause the belt to be loose, and you'll be able to hear that squeaking noise. So if it's not tight enough, then your car's not gonna be running good, and you shouldn't drive the car like that. So just make sure you just simple mark, just mark it up, Make sure it's always aligned. Just check it after a week. If it is, then it's tight enough. Just make sure you add a Threadlocker so the job is completely good. So yeah, I hope this video helped a lot of people out, and just make sure you avoid the big headache of snapping the bolt, and you don't want to go through all that process. Just take your time, use a small wrench like I said, and you should completely do this in like 30 minutes. Hopefully this video helps a lot of people out there. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe for more videos like this, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.